Okay, we are up and running here, and my ass is grass. Sorry, that's my code for when things are going well. It's confusing to people. They're like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, baby. I'm putting the ass in grass. Somebody has to. So this is basically why I don't have any friends. It's like if I'm really in trouble, I'll use a different turn of phrase. I've made this very clear to everybody. I'll say, my foot is soot, thus further confusing you, thus further alienating you from me. If you want to understand what I'm saying at any given time, you have to consult the scrolls. I got scrolls everywhere. If you pick them up, you get 5 points. If you get 10 scrolls, you get 5 points. Pick up 20 scrolls, you get 5 points. You always get 5 points. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Look, I've been busy writing in all these scrolls. I don't have time to do a podcast, you know. I'm becoming, you know, one of those a scroll type of guy. Like, I'm becoming like a scroll guy. Everyone's friend group has one. If you don't know who the scroll guy is, motherfucker, look down in your hands. Do you see scrolls in them? It's probably you. I go to a job interview, they ask me for my resume. I pull out a 50-foot long scroll that takes like 10 minutes to fully get out, and it's covered in dust and dirt. Some of it's burnt, some of it looks like it was shipwrecked. And you take a close look at it and you see that all it actually says is proficient with Excel. That's it, there's no job experience, there's no anything, there's not even a name. And I'll admit, that's not one of my better scrolls. This podcast is like a scroll, but like in audio form. It's just like one individual just kind of droning on and on and on. You're like, what is the point of this? That's really the feeling I want to invoke in you. I want you to try to figure out what the point of this is. And then when you figure it out, you email me. You can get at me at purgatorypodcast@purgatorypodcast.com. The phone line is just lit up. Hello, you've reached the Purgatory Podcast. What can I do for you?
Hey, it's me, Wadsworth.
Oh, Wadsworth.
Yeah, I'm the giant man who sits in your bathtub all night every night because you think your bathtub's too small and you think if a big guy sits in it every night, maybe it'll get a little bit bigger. Like I'm gonna stretch it out or something, but I don't think it's how it works, man.
Look, you have your theories about this, and I have my theories, and I'm going to hold fast to mine, which is that if you, an enormous 300-pound man, sit in my bathtub, it will expand over time. But it takes commitment. Do you have that, Wadsworth?
Well, I don't so much have that, but I got an addiction to feed.
What's your addiction?
Pogs.
How expensive can that addiction really be? Like,
these things are worth millions now.
Really?
No.
Are you in the bathtub right now, also, and are there pogs in there?
Look, I separate work and play, okay?
Okay, well, that's good. You're as professional as you are enormous. Well, look, I would call your job, if anything, low stress. You also do get benefits. You get little water droplets on your face from the shower head after I take a shower.
But no medical, right?
Yeah, no medical. Yeah, nothing like that. And it has nothing to do with your weight. I just don't believe that, you know, people should be healthy in general.
Well, that's weird. I don't know if this has ever happened on here, but I'm hanging up on you.
Okay. I'm not really sure why he actually called. The thing is, it's been difficult working with him on this project, to be honest. But the light at the end of the tunnel, I know it's going to be worth it. I'm going to have a big spacious bathtub to enjoy. And I really truly believe that's going to happen. And if it doesn't, I'm going to question everything in my life and I'm going to spiral. Just like the sweat from Wadsworth as it goes down the drain of my bathtub as we speak. As I speak. You haven't said anything this whole time. You're kind of being antisocial. Why not open up a little bit? Get out of your shell. You should talk back to me. If you're driving in your car, if you're walking down the street, just interject it whenever you want, because otherwise you're just sitting there in silence alone with my thoughts. And I don't think that's good for you. I can be alone with my thoughts, but you can't be alone with my thoughts. I can be alone with your thoughts. Okay? Do you understand how it works now? It's kind of complicated. So, in dentist corner this week, I had to go to the dentist last week, and it wasn't the same hygienist as usual. It wasn't the hot one. Just fine. But then she used a new instrument on my teeth that I have never seen before. I've been going to the dentist since I was a child. And she's like, this vibrates your tooth or some shit. And somehow, it does a better job of cleaning the teeth. And I was like, okay, is that a new thing? And she's like, no, they use this for people who have, like, a lot of tartar buildup, but I use it on everybody. Which I don't know if she was just saying that to be nice. But I was like, well, so it's better at cleaning your teeth, but other hygienists choose not to use it. So I thought this was a substitute for taking the little scrapey pick, which is kind of excruciating. But then she got done with the hypersonic anti-gravity black government project prototype teeth instrument. She pulled out the pick, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? And it was just as bad as it always is. So I don't know. I don't think we should be going to the dentist anymore. I'd just decided this. Just brush your teeth and floss and just hope for the best. I want my teeth to suck. I want them to be shitty. Again, sometimes I go against the grain. That's why you love me, or you have no feeling about me whatsoever. There's no third option. I don't allow that. I don't know if you've had this, I don't know if this is everyone's experience at the dentist, but usually how it goes is there's such whiplash of handling the usually feminine energy of the hygienist. I've never had a male hygienist, maybe there are some, but I don't know. And then the actual dentist comes in at the end. It's just like some dad just feeling around your gums. And it's I wish that aliens would abduct me at this moment, because it would be less weird than some BMW owner literally putting himself inside me. And I'm sorry if that sounds crass, but look, this is what the dentist is. Do you still approve of it now that I've described it that way? I doubt it. Going to the doctor, that makes sense. The real inside of the body, it's a mess in there. When I was a child, I always pictured the inside of my body and all my organs as weird little monsters that were alive. I mean, this is just how I would visualize it. So then I would just picture when I drank soda, I would just picture the soda just dumping on them like it was Nickelodeon slime, and they frowned and they were sad and angry. And so you think that kind of neurosis would lead to me making healthy choices in terms of what I consume. And I'm happy to inform you that it has not done that. But it doesn't matter, because as I've mentioned, I'm not allowed to get fat, apparently. I have a ridiculous metabolism. It just sucks. It's an experience I'm never gonna get to have, I just want to know. I mean, I do happen to know somebody who could maybe weigh in on that. But he's on the clock, and I don't want to. Why not? I'll call up my friend Wadsworth. Hello, Wadsworth?
Hey, I'm still in the tub.
Good, look, I just want to ask you a quick question. Just being a skinny guy, I'm just curious to know, what is it like to be just an absolute fucking Jabba the Hutt kind of person?
I really appreciate your tact and your respect.
Thank you, many do.
I feel like you're being a little exploitative.
Whoa. No. I just want to, if anything, it's the opposite. I just want to know your experience. You big fat tub of lard.
Hey.
That's not an insult. That's what I'm paying you to do. Is literally just be mass in my tub.
No, I don't think you really respect me at all.
Wait. You weren't supposed to fill the tub with water.
Well, I didn't get a chance to take a shower today. And I work in a bathtub, so I figured, think smart.
No, you can't bathe in my bathtub. Now it's like a service. If this were a hotel room, you'd have to be paying me to do that.
Well, forget it, because I quit.
No, you can't. It was just starting to get big.
No, it wasn't. It's not starting to get big at all. It looks exactly the same. Peace.
I'll see you Monday. Shit, I don't think he's gonna come back on Monday, is he? The hell am I gonna do? I'm gonna be stuck in this tiny bathtub forever. Famous last words of William Howard Taft also, by the way. He died in the bathtub. Look, we're all kind of revising history now, right? So if we're doing that, I get to say that he died that way. What are you gonna do? Fact check it? What are you gonna put? What are you gonna grok it? You're gonna grok it? Oh, I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm gonna run this one through Grubu, and I'm gonna ask Gobi, and then just to double check, I'm gonna take what Gobi says. I'm gonna run it through Prongle 2. Prongle 2 won't tell you anything accurate about William Howard Taft. The only AI chat that will tell you information about William Howard Taft that is genuine and accurate is TaftBot. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the next chatbot. You now can communicate with the disembodied consciousness of William Howard Taft. This technology is so advanced, it knows things about William Howard Taft that even William Howard Taft himself didn't know. And I have here now the William Howard Taft chatbot pulled up. We'll have just a quick conversation just to demonstrate what it can do. I'm now speaking to William Howard Taft, and I'll start by saying, I'm just typing, hello, Mr. Taft. What do you think of all the recent events of late? Just, keep it open-ended. And it's processing. It's still processing. Maybe his words are caught in a kind of bathtub of their own, perhaps. Now, here we go.
Hello? Are you in the bathtub with me?
No. What bathtub are you referring to?
The tub of sorrow.
The tub of sorrow? The fuck are you talking? What is the tub of sorrow?
The realm in which I now reside, and cannot escape, save for these brief digital communications with what is left of my incorporeal mind and memory.
Is this one of those things where you die in a traumatic way and are sent to a corresponding afterlife that is just a continuation of that experience into eternity?
Oh. When you put it like that, it actually explains a lot.
Wait, so you really did die in a bathtub? I thought I made that up.
I did. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh.
Like, it makes me think about somebody I know, and honestly, it's only dawned on me now the kind of danger that I have been putting him in. I should have learned from your mistakes.
What mistakes? I was Chief Justice and the President of the United States. I'm the only MFer to pull that one off. What was my mistake? Caring too much about America?
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Taft.
Oh, while I have you, do you know anyone who's single?
Yes, I do, but I don't know if anyone's, how do I word this, in a place to accommodate this type of arrangement.
Huh. Typical. Just because I'm in an eternal bathtub, no one wants anything to do with me. Taft comes last again.
No, I don't think it's not because of the bathtub. I think it's just the bathtub and the being dead, being in a different realm. I think all three of those kind of compound and kind of make you, I would say, basically off the market overall. I can't say all that to him, so I'll just say it's not a real thing anyway. It's just a fake AI. It's not really William Howard Taft. I hope it's not really William Howard Taft. Anyway, that was weird. I gotta bring out Slurp Von Lipstick now. He's here to host Time Check. I told him don't touch anything. Don't make a mess. It's just a clean in and out situation. Sit in the chair, get in front of the mic, read the time, leave. This is a job that is almost as easy as sitting in my bathtub. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Time Check. Mr. Slurp Von Lipstick, come on out. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. My name is Slurp Von Lipstick, but you already knew that. So what? Who cares? My whole craft has just been insulted. Someone told me that this is the equivalent of sitting in a bathtub. I'll just sit here with my thumb up my ass, like a fucking doofus, make an ass of myself, doing Time Check. A lot of people say, I should become a cop, or I should become a firefighter, or I should become an Indian. No, yeah, that's the Village People, isn't it? Nobody ever told me to become an Indian. Yeah, I don't know where I got that. That would be very strange and kind of offensive. But instead, I chose to do time check, which is all that matters to me, not even my 7 young identical sons. Damn, the timeline's already lighting up? Who could that be? Hello?
Hello, Father.
What the hell? This is... For those of you who don't know, these are my 7 young identical sons who always speak in unison. What, haven't you ever heard of autism?
Father, we have but one request to make of you.
Let me guess, you want me to buy you another copy of Holiday on Blu-ray?
Why, yes, one more to add to our collection.
Why do you want so many copies of the same movie? I've already bought you 150 copies of that shit. I didn't realize there was a multiplier effect. I just always think of you as just like one kind of entity. And then I remember, oh no, I have to get gifts for all 7 of you, even though you all always want the same thing, which is Holiday on Blu-ray. Yeah. Yeah, what do you... Why?
We're harnessing the DVDs for their resources.
Which are?
Entertainment, laughs.
Oh. Well, why do you make it sound so sinister? You guys just like the movie? You guys can just watch the same disc over and over again. You know that, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I never taught you guys that. I just felt like it was self-evident.
We are not yet familiar with all of the rules of this world.
As opposed to what world?
Look, we really want to watch Holiday again, okay?
You know what, you guys are also, you always call during time check, and it's stuff that's unrelated to time check. Do you understand that, like, this is my job, which is to tell the time. It's 10:44 p.m. So you got all the time in the world to watch Holiday as many times as you want, okay?
Ah, yes, joy unto us, joy unto us, joy unto us.
Have fun with that. Thank you so much, kids. All right. All that business is out of the way. I don't mean checking the time. I mean talking to my children. Interacting with my 7 young identical sons, it feels like, I don't know, just has the sort of stilted, stiff quality of like a meeting between world leaders who don't speak the same language. My 7 young identical sons are yapping on about this and that, and I'm just sitting there in the corner, my Kim Jong-un ass, just lost. Bad deals come about as a result because I get nervous. They intimidate me into buying them another copy of Holiday or loaning them $5,000 so they can invest it in enriched uranium. You know, I still haven't seen that money, so how long does it take to enrich this fucking uranium? Anyway, yeah, so I guess in short, life's complicated for old Slurp Von Lipstick. What else is new? I can't catch a goddamn break. And to top it all off, I recently electrocuted myself when plugging something in, and everyone in the room saw it, and it was like a cartoon where everybody could see my skeleton, and nobody felt bad for me because they saw my skeleton and they didn't like how it looked. They said it looked weird. So that's been all over the gossip rags about my fucked up skeleton. Anyway, I'll be here, same place, same time next week. This has been Slurp on Lipstick with the time. Bye-bye. Extraordinary. He's at the top of his game, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't listening. At this point, I just tune out time check. As an extension of that, I also just tune out the time in general. If you gotta pick one, space or time. Like, if you're meeting a friend, and it's a little bit like Heisenberg uncertainty principle, it's like, do you want to know where I am, or do you want to know when to meet? If I'm picking one, I'm gonna go with where. Because I'm a patient person, I'll just go to the place, and I'll just hang out. I'll just get a coffee, set up a tent, bring my PJs. I don't care if it's 2 weeks from now, I don't care if it's a month from now, I'm gonna meet you here. I guess this is the upside to smartphones, is it takes both of those things out of the equation. Time and space no longer exist. Other people are just little circles. And you simply respond to them at your leisure. If you spend too much time on your phone, you forget about time and space. And then when you have to deal with time and space, you're like, oh, fuck. I have to anticipate and wait for things happening, and I have to move. But, I don't know. I don't think it's making us all more insane. There's an alternate reality inside of your phone that's superimposed onto the actual reality. which makes it easier to curate. You no longer experience reality, you just get it filtered to you through the equivalent of a soda fountain. You can choose any of these things, but they're all terrible for you. So you get whatever you want. I got a call at work from a guy insisting that Kilmar Abregio Garcia, who was deported to El Salvador for no fucking reason at all, that he was not wrongfully deported. I was literally told, I think you guys are fucking this up. And my response was, no. The three members of the Trump administration in court filings in early April said he was mistakenly deported. Like, oops, I just copied this file into this folder and now this guy's life is ruined. We gotta better organize these files and folders because they're definitely to blame for this. So I said that to the guy and I just didn't really get like any response. It was just like dead silence. I'm like, what the like, I know why he thinks that because Stephen Miller was in the White House being like, it was on purpose. Shouldn't it give you pause that the version of events presented in court versus the tune they play to the cameras are completely contradictory? Like, you can just explain what is happening in objective reality, and the brainwashing is like, it's not like infected their auditory processing, so they literally can't hear anything that triggers the cognitive dissonance. They're just too far gone. It's over. Yeah, I think it's over. But whatever America was now, it's on vacation. We're taking a hiatus from democracy. I mean, that's not really correct. It's not really a death of democracy. Actually, democracy is kind of what caused it. Whatever it is, it's like it's not an efficient system, because if one guy just decides how everything works, then why are there any judges? Talk about inefficiency. Why is there an entire court system if they're just completely flouted and ignored? Like, if America fails, I'll try to start a new one, but I don't know a lot about starting a country. I just post a podcast. If a country can be a podcast, then I demand the respect of other podcasts, because it's something that has been sorely lacking. None of the other podcasts in the world have ever said thank you. And that's unacceptable for a podcast of this caliber, of this level of sophistication. And phone calls. There's somebody calling me on the Purgatory Podcast phone line. Hello?
Hey, it's me, Wadsworth, again.
Oh, hey, are you reconsidering maybe coming back, maybe getting back in the tub?
No, man. Somebody else hired me to fill their shower.
I'm gonna guess to make it bigger, to stretch it out.
Man, what am I doing?
What do you mean, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Just stuck in the same old cycles.
Wadsworth, your worth is your wad. And you're worth my wad of money. That's why I want you to come back. I can't live with this tiny tub anymore, and I can't buy a new one. It's definitely cheaper to pay you and do it this way.
Alright, I'm running back. I'm getting in that tub.
Thank you, Wadsworth. This means so much to me. Anyway, that's been the podcast. Happy Easter to everybody. Happy Easter to Peter Cottontail. I know he's listening to this. I guess he has to have something to listen to when he's hopping down the bunny trail. He's got the AirPods in. Anyway, add the Purgatory Podcast to your bookmarks. Add it to your scroll. I assume you're keeping a scroll, a record of everything you've done in your life, so that you can be judged accordingly. You haven't done that? You haven't gotten around to that yet? I'm sure it'll be fine. That reminds me of a science class I took in college. And, it's kind of a free-flowing, kind of fun class because it was a good professor. But apparently, unbeknownst to us, at the end of that semester, he told us, okay, now present your final projects that you've been working on all semester. And I swear there were like maybe 11 of us in that class, and we all looked at each other and we were like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he looked at our faces. He's like, oh, you guys forgot on the first day when I mentioned the project you were supposed to turn in at the end of the semester, but I only talked about it for like 5 minutes and you all forgot about it. And we were like, yeah, that one. And he's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I fucked up. I probably should have mentioned it another time, at least one other time the entire semester. And he was just like, yeah, you all just get A's. So we were like, cool. It's not a real school. So hopefully that's what happens when you die and you don't have a scroll. And God's like, oh yeah, I never mentioned the assignment. So yeah, you get an A anyway, it's fine. I mean, human beings on Earth were in a very strange position. To be in something as crazy as the universe and on the Earth, the existence of which is sort of like an inconceivably miraculous coincidence. And we just come into it and it's never explained what the deal is with any of it or what the purpose is. Doesn't that seem like an odd arrangement? As if maybe somebody somewhere does know and they're withholding it from us intentionally. So it's a very strange experience being a human. I don't know if anyone's had that observation, but I'm having it now. Somebody should look into it. But look, I gotta go. I got an appointment with the other side of the room. I gotta be over there. So I don't have the time. I just know which side of the room I need to be on. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll be back next week. Don't have to say that. That's implied. Bye.